As we sit very close to the news about this unfortunate, tragic event, a young 9-year-old boy brutally murdered, the question is perspective. And the question is, what do we take from this? How do we react to this? And there are many dimensions, and perspective very close to the time and event obviously is difficult. On the one hand, just the sheer brutality of it is very, very horrific, horrible, moving. We, the Jewish nation, feel compassion for our young brother, the parents, the family, the community. On the one hand, we feel tremendous tsar. An element of this event is also beautiful, the fact that thousands of people reached out, thousands of people stopped what they were doing. It seemed like the Klal Yisrael as one unit got together, whether it be physically on the streets, doing their part to be helpful, or saying Tehillim, a tremendous outpouring, one nation gathering together, and that part is very heartening. And the reality is, to put a real perspective on this is difficult, but there is one thing that I think is worth thinking about, and that is that these type of events are not supposed to happen. Everything Hashem does is for the best, everything is measured, everything's weighed, but the different kufas, different time periods, and in the course of humanity, these types of events are not supposed to occur. This isn't normal, this isn't typical, this isn't what is supposed to be. And I think there's a tremendous lesson to us in that, and that is right around this time as the 3 weeks are about to begin, I think the message to us is that this is a very long, long exile. And as much as we're comfortable here, and as much as we've accepted, unfortunately, that this is the way things are, life as we lead it, life as we experience it, isn't the way it's supposed to be. Every once in a while, we need sort of a shock, a wake-up call. We need the fact to know and understand that things that happened aren't the way they're supposed to be. And sometimes when we see such a brutal, such a earth-shattering event, it's time to recognize and realize, wait a minute, there's a big message to us. And that message is that life as we lead it now isn't the way it's supposed to be. Obviously, we're supposed to react. We're supposed to do whatever we can as a nation, as individuals. We're supposed to do tshuva. We're supposed to grow. We're supposed to recognize our errors and try to improve. But at a certain point, you have to recognize the enormity of the event as a siman and say, okay, we can't go any further. We can't really do this. We can't change it. And at that point, a Jew has to turn his eyes to Hashem and say, enough, enough, enough. It's been 2,000 years, suffering, oppression, bloodshed, and now this, even though it's but small in the sense of the nation, it's huge in the sense of the atrocity and sense of the family and sense of the indignity to human beings, to the Am HaNivcha, the chosen nation. And in that sense, I think it's very important for all of us to take a single message from this, and that message is to turn our hearts to Hashem and say, enough. End this exile. It's been way, way too long. We do what we can. We try what we can. But Hashem, we can't do anymore. Please, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, redeem us. Maybe this be the very last type of event that we hear about. May this be the very last 3 weeks that we usher in. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu redeem us very, very imminently.